botanical engineering.
How are you?
He can now tell us what species of flowers in its habitat would be most appropriately suited to.
This comes from the Jurassic period, actually. Back a couple of million years ago. It was found in...
Environmental ecosystem. There, finish my question. Go ahead.
Thank you. It comes from the Jurassic period. It was discovered by one of our botanists in one of the sites in Africa, where we were searching for new minerals and new sources to feed the poorer communities there. And
how did it manage to get to Australia?
Could you let me finish? Thank you. And he found it in this old Jurassic tree sap. So we extracted it from this tree sap, planted the seed, which is what we found, and this is what we got. We call it a Mosnastic rapastarovus. It's a lovely plant.
Let me pause for 1 second.
Okay. As I was saying before the interruption of the next door neighbours, things being so loud, I don't understand. Yes, and we flew it here, especially in a special case that we built to protect the seed, and planted it.
Is it true about what they say of the photosynthesis of such a species is quite inconsistent to its previous relative plantation life forms?
Yes, that's true. But we've overcome this problem subsequently by planting it in a looser ground with less clay formation.
Has genetic engineering played a major role in such development of the species?
No, we've actually not tampered with the genetics at all of this plant. We simply mated it with a frog.
Is it possible for you to give us a demonstration of that mating between the plant and a frog?
Not at this particular time. I do apologise. I don't have any frogs handy.
Would it be possible for there to be some form of graphic description?
No, not really. I haven't got my graph either.
In other words...
Oh, Mr. John, leave your car, man.
We're having an interview about the flowers, Christian. How dare you interrupt?
Now, so you've widely tried to explain the development of this particular plantation life. Do you see any future development with any other species of plants, botanical, or even the possibility of merging certain species of plantations with that of the animal-wildlife form?
No, not really.
Would you be able to elaborate on that?
No.
I noticed that before recommencing this particular take, that you received a phone call from a very important person higher ground in your experimental laboratory.
Well, that was actually from Bob Janjuris, who runs it. If you're not going to take this interview serious, I don't want to do it anymore.
So regarding this matter of plantation breeding and crossbreeding and subsequent hemorrhoids, what are the safest plants to use in breeding to further avoid any more human and anatomical diseases?
Well, the common gum tree is one.
Very harsh bark.
Yes, and so is the what's that plant called?
Wouldn't that be the same plant that's the national plant of southwestern, this newly formed state that you mentioned?
Yes, it is, and it's the it's just so new I can't remember the name.
The John Bollas? What's the name?
That's the one, the John Bollas plant. That would quite be subsequent for breeding purposes.
Right, safest.
The safest plant to breed with is the common house grass. Or what you would call the Snuffleupagus grass.
So, grassing yourself with grass, you have a grass time.
If you want to put it that way, yes.
So what about koalas? What can you tell us about koalas?
Koalas are grey, and they're not really bears.
But they live on gum trees.
Yes, they do.
How does this not affect their breeding cycle?
Well, because they can't climb these plants because they're too small.
But what about the gum trees?
What about the gum trees?